Hi. So, oh my god, my hair fell out. So this is something that I think I have to do. So, bear with me. I didn't get my beads today from counselling, so yeah. So a lot of people have probably been wondering why I have been so up and down the past few weeks. Um, there's a lot of like shy that's been going on. Uh, yeah, so I don't know where to start. So maybe you can give me some inspiration. Uh, yeah. So, I counselling has only been a recent thing over the past couple of weeks, uh, due to circumstances prevailing over the past couple of weeks. Um, yeah. So, oh, it's just a bit. So basically, I don't want to go into great detail about there was something that happened that shouldn't have happened that was wrong. Uh, yeah, and it just I kind of said it at the time, um, and like the turmoil it caused because no one knew about it, and you know it shouldn't have happened regardless the circumstance of a certain situation. So that's me. I don't want to go into great detail because when you're trying to get over something and you don't want to keep going on about it. So those who know, like I'd rather not say about it because basically it's private. Yes, so then what kind of happened is, I don't know, I kind of went a bit, not nuts as such, that's not the right word, but when you're so desperate to hold on to something, um, and people are always trying to tarnish it or take it down or wreck it or ruin something that made you so happy. Um, and the consistently, it's like it's always a given. I'm losing a lot of my hair. That this is always going to be the case, but you kind of stand and go through it. Yeah. So basically, yeah, I kind of, I wouldn't say I had an episode, but everything I think was just coupling on me and getting to me. Basically, like someone that I was with that like I loved and worshipped the bones of got manipulated and all this, not by me, about whoever it was, because um basically like I'm just floored as to who would be so vindictive and manipulative to do, to cause shite. And what I mean by this is, I don't know what I'm trying to get at because everything I don't really want to dwell on what happened and this incident that happened as such. Um, yeah, but anyway, uh, yeah. So what I was going to say, this is why I'm going off hand a little bit, and I'm sorry for that. Uh, so yeah, so basically the past couple of weeks has been a bit of a nightmare in terms of being up and down and going on the stronger dose of diazepam because of my anxiety and stuff like that, because I'm really struggling with it at the moment. And then I suppose if you couple that with Annie's health and her well-being. But you know, I have always been on the understanding that you can say something to someone that you love, and you know they're gonna take that. But it's not that they take it to work on it. Like, you know, it's you're just saying how you feel at the time. As my counsellor said, sorry, my voice is getting a bit shaky. And you see, I took it at that time, you know, and basically I just said something, and it was, you know, I suppose it was kind of the calm down after the incident, after the week or two, and I said something, but it wasn't like a giving out. It was more kind of, I was telling the person I felt inadequate and worthless in terms of, I don't know, it was just, I suppose, not even the effort, because I wouldn't say that. I don't know, I was just in one of them humours, and I was in a really, really bad humour, and I just kind of gave out to them. But I wasn't giving out, I was just explaining it to them, you know, and I wasn't being, I don't think I came across as heartless or derogatory or horrible, but in what I thought was me having my say and my opinion has resulted in me being ignored for the past 3 weeks. Like, and when I say being ignored, like no contact, no messages, no phone calls, no nothing. And my mum and dad don't know, because like I don't tell them a hell of a lot. Like, as far as they're concerned, everything's fine and everything's rosy and everything, I'm good. But like, it's one thing that I've really, really struggled with, because I can deal with me and my mum like blaring at each other, and I can't deal with silence, because I just can't deal with being ignored. It's not a nice thing, especially when, you know, you haven't done anything wrong and you're trying to reach out to this particular person and tell them, if you'd only answer the phone, I have everything here, I can show you whatever you want to see, whatever you want me to do, whatever is possible to try and get you to like communicate with me, I can do it, you know. And I am happy and I have been happier, but it's times where I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about this person, and I shouldn't be thinking of this person, because in essence they've ignored me for 3 weeks, or however little or however long amount of time it's been, and I'm still here worrying and upset and not knowing what to do, you know, because I always said when I split up with my husband that the next person I got with, maintained a friendship with, or not a friend, yeah, a friendship, or just anyone that I would have invited into my life in terms of friends and partners, or what else would you say? Yeah, friends. That I wouldn't change them. I hate changing routine and stuff. So, but this, like, I suppose has just kind of floored me, because when I invite people into my life, I've always said, now, if you walk out or you go and get another friend, or if you like, I don't know, that like I'd be done, you know. And I don't know, because sometimes it's like, do you ever hear of the butterfly effect, or I don't know if that's the right terminology to use, where you're up and you're down and you're high and you're low. Like last night was brilliant, and I was having brilliant fun with Katie playing the one word song game, and it was absolutely amazing. But then I got out and I was waiting for the bus, and then the thought of this like upset me again, and I don't know how I'm gonna get over it, because I'm really, really struggling, and that's why I can't get my beads from my counselling yet, because I suppose I can't let go of this certain situation, as hard as I am and as hard as I'm trying. I think, like, when you give everything to somebody or something, you miss it, and I I wouldn't have gave as much to anybody else, even my parents, probably my daughter, um, but I would have gave it all to this special one, and it's just like, I'm at a limbo as to what to do. I love closure as well, and I like, negative feedback as much as positive feedback. So to hear nothing for the past 3 weeks, it's been like really, really hard for me, because nothing has been said, no answers, no text, no nothing. And I'm going to counselling, and I'm trying to work out on the other situation that happened a couple of weeks ago. But all that's going on in the back of my mind is this thing and what to do, and because I've never felt like I've been worth anything, and that's like the God's honest truth. I've always felt worthless, and it's something that I suppose has probably been instilled in me since I was growing up by my dad, my real dad. I've never felt like loved or anything. I have by my mum, so I wouldn't categorise her in that. But in terms of growing up, I've always kind of felt uh, inadequate as such, and worthless, and through this thing as well, that the situation that happened a few weeks ago, I kind of, I'm kind of back to the vulnerable kind of state as well, where anyone who just wants to talk to me, I'm up, and I'm straight away just to talk to them, to get some kind of engagement with them as such. And it's really, really crap right now, and I'm trying not to like break down crying, because I'm trying to be strong, and I'm trying to put a brave face on, and my daughter will probably be in soon enough. But like, I don't know what to do anymore, because I'm afraid that if I just say, right, that's it, and then like, I don't know how I'm going to deal with it, or deal with the situation itself, because that's another person that I suppose I've loved so much, and then I've gone from being worthless again. And I know I don't want to say who the person is, but they are, someone that is very, very special to me and would mean a lot. And you can pick from that what you want, but you're probably completely way off the tangent there with whoever you think it is. But it's this whole all I suppose I've ever wanted is to be loved by someone, and for me to kind of love them as well. And and I do have that with Annie, and Annie has been absolutely amazing, giving me snuggles and seeing am I okay, but it's kind of impacting her as well, I suppose, in a way, when she can't understand why she can't pick up the phone, or why she can't text or ring and stuff like that. And and it's little things like that that I kind of feel a failure as well, because I've kind of put her into this hurt, and she shouldn't be hurting like me. And but then again, I don't know what to turn around and say to her, because in all eyes and all this at the house, everything is fine, but like, you know, to me, I know it's not, and I just don't want to deal with telling everybody to hear everyone's kind of preconceived or told you so or this or that. And then like I was at college last night and I actually had to leave early because I just couldn't cope with, and your man wasn't even bullying me. I wouldn't say he was bullying me, but I just like I couldn't deal with that and thinking and stuff like that. And you know, it's kind of, I don't know, I'm just feeling a bit inadequate at the moment, and that I don't really have a place at the moment, or that, you know, I'm a 31-year-old mother, and you know, it's just like everything I'm doing, like the personal training, you know, yeah, I want to be doing it, but it's kind of even doing it, it's like, who are you doing it for now? You're not doing it for yourself, you know, you're doing it because, you know, maybe you want to put it up on Facebook or put it up on Instagram or put it up on any social network platforms so this said person will see, or you know, but it's not that. I'm doing it for the butterfly kisses page as well, but you know, I don't know what to do, and I'm trying to, like, I had a really really nice night out on Wednesday with a few old heads like that I hadn't hung around with in a while, but it's even that, like, I'm going out with them and there's a piece kind of missing, so yeah, it's just like shit. And I'm sorry for Carson, but it's like a completely crap situation because I just can't bear not to hear from anyone, whether it be a day or 4 days or 7, but it's nearly like 2 and a bit, 3 weeks, and you know, to be frozen out completely, you know, it's shit, and it really really is. And you know, I suppose this person kind of knows about the counselling and everything that's going on, and you know, this person being my best friend, all I want to do is just even to chat to him, but it's not happening, and it's just crap, you know. And yeah, my posts are happy and life is great, and that's not fake, and like I have had a good day or two, but today in counselling I just broke down because I just miss everything. I just want to, you know, I don't know, I just want, like, I suppose something that I can't have, and no amount of time I think is going to heal this, because it's hurting, like really really bad, like really 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 bad. And it's not even the fact of people might look at me and say, oh, she doesn't look that hurt. Believe me, like I have a very very brave face on at the moment because I don't want to cry because I'm a real ugly crier, you know. And then when you look back and you realize that not everything was a problem, it was other influences coming from outside as well. And then you sit there and you think, like, why am I not even worth a text to say, you know, I don't want to be your mate, or I don't want this, or I don't want that? Why am I so hurtful, so hurtful, so hurting over something that I just want closure in? You know, like, it's not fair on me, I suppose, not fair on Annie when Annie's asking, and you know, and I can't give answers where I don't know where I'm at the moment either, because I I don't know what I've done, and all I want is just a text or something, but I'm not gonna get it. And I have to realise that I'm not worth the text or the phone call or reply back, which is actually hurting more, because I suppose when you let someone in to see your vulnerability, and you let them in, and then nothing, like, that's what's hurting the most, you know and I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do to function. Like, I'm alright painting a smile on my face and being happy, and then all of a sudden just the thought gets to me, and I'm back there like today now in square one. And friends are great, they distract you, but when you have to go home, that's the sad reality of it. And like, it's just such a shit feeling, and I don't know how people can turn off their feelings. Like, I love everyone in my life to pieces, and if they hurt me, I tell them they hurt me, but I'd still love them. But yeah, you know but it's this kind of, did this person like really care or love me, or I don't know. I'm just going through every over analytical thing that I can possibly go through, because I'm just failing, I think, and I don't, and that's what's hurt the most. I don't know what I did. Like, if I did something, I could take it on the chin and say, right, well, that's my fault, but I honestly didn't do anything. So I've lost my best friend, and that's what hurts the most out of all of it. And yeah, it's little things like that are really starting to hurt, because it's even the inadequacy of not hearing. You start thinking, like, like, you hear of like car crashes, and then you go, oh fuck, I wonder if that's them. And then I haven't heard from them, or something's on the news or on the local radio station, and you do not know if it's them or something, and you start panicking, and then you realise, sure, you're not going to know anyway, because they've just frozen you out of their life. Like, they want nothing to do with you, and they're happy and content ignoring you, and you just be the same. But I can't, like, and that's what's so shit about everything, because if all I got was a message saying, listen, I don't want to be your mate, or I don't want this, or I don't want that, I'd be like, grand. But it wouldn't be grand. But I've lost like my best mate, and it's so crap because I've opened up everything, you know? And I don't just mean emotionally, I mean every way you could imagine, you know? And like, it's just shit. And I have to go to college now tonight, and my exam is next week, and I'm sitting here thinking I don't have the right frame of mind to be going to college. And she was just, the tutor said something to me last night on my work, and you know, and I'm such I have to strive and always get distinctions in everything. And I don't know what happened last night. Last night I just broke down crying, and you know, and that's what I mean. I compared to the childhood and the upbringing I had in England, and that was horrific. That was so horrible. The punishments, every treatment that happened to me in England, you wouldn't hear it. You would hear it in newspapers. Happened to me, but that doesn't hurt as much as I'm hurting right now, because that's how much this person, I suppose, means to me. And you think that would be crazy with having the person I grew up with being my dad not hurting, but you know, it doesn't. This is hurting more, and that's why I just find the whole thing shit, because all I want is closure, and then to actually mourn or to actually celebrate, because right now I don't know if I'm mourning or I'm celebrating or commiserating, or because I'm just in a limbo as to, you know, answer me. But I honestly don't think I'm going to get it, and I think it's going to be another couple of weeks, and I don't know if do you put up with that because they mean so much, and more than likely, knowing me, I probably will put up with it, because that's the type of person that I am. Because, you know, I suppose, as I said, when you give your heart to someone and your love, you do kind of just, you'd wait for that one, you know. But I honestly don't know what I've done. I can't go into too much detail about the situation before this incident of being ignored, but I don't know, I just feel very worthless right now. Not in terms of I'm great now normally, and I feel adequate here, but it's just when I go back to this situation of being ignored, that's when I start feeling worthless and inadequate. And I know I shouldn't be feeling that way, and that's not a nice way to be feeling. But what else am I meant to do? Because I could go out tonight or tomorrow and try and fill the hole, or hang around with other people and try and get over it, but it's not the same as the impact and all. And my counsellor was advising me what to do, and even at that I wouldn't do it, so that's why I didn't get my beads, because I can't give up. But she keeps telling me, well, I think that has. So I was like, right, well, when I do it, I just, no, I can't. And that's what's so heartbreaking, because I don't know what, I can't, I can't do it. And you know, and then I was thinking, like, I want to make a donation, a large kind of donation to a local little girl. Like, well, she's not local, she's in Drogheda, because things are kind of happening separately as well. And I'm thinking, I can't like do that either. I don't know, I just feel like, what is wrong with me? You know, why am I so me? Like, why can't I just be happy with myself? And why do I, like, I didn't push this away. Why couldn't I just shut my big fat mouth and said nothing? But you see, that day I was only having an opinion. I wasn't like trying to be heartless or confront them or anything. But it just kind of hurts that, you know, I'm just feeling like, even if it was to work out and he started talking to me again, I'll probably just feck it up again. I honestly don't know what to do. It just hurts. So, yeah. I am gonna go because my little one is gonna be due from school, but I just wanted to explain why I've been such a Debbie Downer, because the person that has like meant the most to me, I don't know, is ignoring me. And yeah, and it's hurting. And yes, I'm happy, but there's times when I sit there and I'm not. So I just need to start feeling myself again and feeling adequate and being happy in my own skin, but no one will ever measure to how I felt like. So that's all. I'm gonna go. Bye.